Vince's cap, and wrestling would have been another part of his portfolio. And that's the thing. Vince has always wanted this portfolio with a number of offerings, but Vince got pigeonholed into being known as the wrestling guy, especially after the steroid trial, especially after Mr. McMahon on TV with Stone Cold. I mean, shit, he cemented himself in that role after that. Yeah, so Vince's main platform now is WWE, and he's like, okay, how can I make this as valuable as I can? Oh, I know, I'm going to have the WWE Network. And great idea, fantastic idea. When it was WWE 24/7 on cable, it was kind of crappy. But he made it a lot better when it was the WWE Network. Now, none of us knew, and I personally have never read a really good explanation of how the $9.99 versus $49.99 per pay-per-view in HD, how that worked. No idea. I've never read a good explanation about it. No wrestler has ever come out and said how it worked. Even Eric Bischoff on his 83 weeks has never explained financially how that worked out. Somehow, by God, it did. And it worked out enough where he grew the network. The network didn't get to 5 million subscribers, 10 million subscribers like he wanted, but it got far enough where he was like, hey, Peacock, you want this? And Peacock said, yeah, we want that because we want those subscribers to add to our network. And so am I now paying $9.99 to Peacock? Yes. Am I watching Punky Brewster? Fuck no. Am I watching any of that other shit on Peacock Network? Fuck no. I'm paying
you're not watching
Peacock my money so I can watch WWE. And is their shit poorly indexed and poorly referenced right now? Yes. But at some point, they're going to catch up and they're going to get it back to where it was. Is a lot of the shit redacted to the point where I'm insulted, where the Attitude Era is not what it was? Absolutely.
There is no Attitude Era. It's dead. Vince killed it. Vince fucking stole it to the Peacock Network, and the Peacock Network was like, yo, they can't say this shit.
But guess what? Vince still got his check.
True.
And in Vince's eyes, he's like, hey, investors, all my shareholders, we got paid. I did my job to you. Boom, I'm out. Now you have Tony Khan in there, or sorry, the other Khan, cutting heads, cutting overhead, reducing overhead costs, increasing the cash flow.
Everyone.
Everybody's getting back into house shows and increasing, trying to increase their dollar per head in merch and whatnot. And so Vince is a financially successful enterprise, which is what he wants to be. But the bulk of his money is not coming from the fans. Now, in the long run, will that be detrimental? Absolutely. But is he here for the long run? I don't know. He may just be like, hey, I see it coming down the road. Fuck it, I'm out. And he might just cash out. And then what will happen? The brand itself will devalue. Shane, Stephanie, and Triple H will have enough money from selling their stocks to buy the shit for what they sold it for, like for what they bought WCW, and they can restart the shit the way they want to without Vince's interference.
Now you see this, ladies and gentlemen? Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This man has totally paved the laid out what's what I'm looking for? Laid out a roadmap for success for the WWE. And guess what? They ain't gonna do it. They ain't gonna do it. They are not gonna do it. You know why?
Because if they did it, storytelling.
Because if they did it, it would be worth it would be money. If they did it, it would be, if they did it, it would be right for the business. It would be what's best for business.
If Vince is not in the equation and they're not tripping over his dick or his grapefruits, it would be very successful. NXT would be greatly successful if it wasn't for Vince stepping in the way. Because I mean, come on, you have Triple H and Shawn Michaels grooming future talent, trying to not even trying to get them to the main roster, just trying to make them better talent. And the Vince is like, hey, I don't watch this show, but this shit sucks. We're going to change all this shit around and do something different here.
My boy Pistol V says it ain't going to happen. It just ain't going to happen.
So if Vince is around, no, it's not going to happen. Well,
Facts.
I'm sorry. there's a less likely chance for it to happen. But at the same point, when WCW had the NWO and they were at their heyday, everybody put the fork in Vince and said he was done. That motherfucker's a zombie. He may come back at any time. Just don't fucking know. So I will never count Vincent Kennedy McMahon out of the game.
Okay, now
Even when he's dead, I'll be like, unless his corpse was burned and it was thrown in an urn at the bottom of the sea with chains on it, that motherfucker might come back.
See, Vince McMahon is like Jason. Okay, and here's the thing about Jason. If I see Jason coming and he pulls out that big ass machete and he's all kill, right? And I jump in my car and I drive from fucking Portland, Oregon to Nome, Alaska, get on a plane, fly from Nome, Alaska to fucking Singapore, get on a boat from Singapore to China. From China, I jump on another boat to Japan, get back on a plane, fly back to Portland. If that motherfucker is waiting for me, just go ahead and give me, man. Just here. You earn this fucking kill. Vince McMahon is the same way. Vince will fucking just, he will just be there. He will be there. He's never going to go anywhere. Vince is not going to let anyone run WWE. And as long as Vince is around, WWE is going to fucking be losing in the Monday Night Wars again. They lost Wednesday.
I cannot say that.
Raw is really all for wrestling, and tonight they actually had a pretty decent show. This is the third week in a row they've had a decent show, and you know why they've had a decent show?
Because they had competition.
They are like, but remember during the media scrum with Nick Khan, he's like, we don't view them as competition. Who's the AEW?
Hey man, hey Vince McMahon right now is like that brother. You're like, hey man. Look at that girl over there. I thought you liked her. Man, fuck that bitch. I don't want her. I ain't interested in her. Yeah, bullshit. Mm-hmm. Vince is like, okay, I don't feel the money crunch right now, but I can see it happening down the line. And I don't want that to happen. Because I want to sell out. I want to make my money. I want to sell my brand, but I really got too much pride to really ever do that.
And that's the thing. He's got too much pride. And when you got too much pride is a sign of a foolish man. We all know that.
No,
you all know that.
You're right. Vince will, dude, he's going to be like Freddie Blassie. He's going to be in a wheelchair with a cane, tapping that shit in meetings, still telling people what to do.
No, pal. We're not going to do that, pal. We're not going to do what the fans want. The fans are stupid, pal. Yeah, we all know that's what Vince thinks. Vince probably sits at home and he's thinking to himself, he's like Scrooge McDuck. I got all this fucking money. Let me go jump. Let me go swim in my money.
Dude, I just imagine Vince McMahon sitting at home in a blank cutoff tank top like I got on with his do-rag on. Just power walking around the house.
Shout out to Adam
Linda. Come check out the grapefruits.
But anyway, look. All Vince bashing aside, AEW is going to produce its own Her Memorial show.
Yes,
and it's going to be like a charity. It's going to go. All the money's going to go towards the charity that Owen Hart's wife set up. Awesome. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to join us on Wednesday, make sure you join us on Wednesday because it is going down, ladies and gentlemen. We are talking about WWE's the joke of the day for WWE because they all thought it was a fucking joke. Dark Side of the Ring chronicled the infamous.
Hey, you know, WWE story time.
Exactly.
They
made a cartoon out of it. Like it was a joke to
them.
They
made a cartoon out of it.
Yes, because they thought it was a fucking joke. And now it's coming back to bite them in the ass. So, ladies and gentlemen, Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, join us as the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast does an exclusive Wednesday night review. And we're going to talk about this. Actually, ex-WWE employee from the WWE Network, Marie Shadows, is going to join us. We're going to have an all-star lineup, professional wrestlers, former professional wrestlers, people that actually worked for the WWE during this horrible, heinous time. are going to be here live Wednesday night to talk about this crazy shit and how even now with the cancel culture and the speak it out movement, people are getting canceled. Is Ric Flair going to get canceled? Is he going to get signed by AEW? Tune in on Wednesday night and you'll find out here live, 8 p.m.
Hey,
Pacific
I've got to
Daylight Time.
say, hey, Dark Side of the Ring was very educational. I never knew what an H-bomb was.
Oh my God. Oh, trust me, we're going to talk all about that on Wednesday night. It's going to be crazy. There are stories of people with their genitals out in front of people, and those persons are a prominent name right now on the WWE roster.
Hey, don't sell it.
Yeah, it's
don't sell it.
Just don't sell it. Don't sell it.
Just don't sell it.
So yeah, Dark Side of the Ring, man. Scott Hall, crazy. If you look at the WWE right now, Scott Hall's merch is gone. If you go to the fucking WWE's shop.com, if you go to anywhere, Pro Wrestling Tees, and you go look around for Ric Flair stuff, gone.
Woo!
Ric Flair has been fired from his position at the whatever the hell that thing was he was selling online, the screen protectors.
Auto supplemental auto.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's gone. He gone.
Just he's not selling water tickets anymore.
Yeah. I mean, like, ladies and gentlemen, once you watch this podcast on Wednesday night, you're gonna look at your favorite wrestlers in a whole different light.
I feel bad about Tommy Dreamer getting.
I don't feel bad about Tommy Dreamer, and I'm just gonna say this right now before we go into the Monday Night Raw review. This may cost me a position within Impact Wrestling. I don't give a fuck. Fuck Tommy Dreamer. And I say this as a father of a 13-year-old, as a person who has many women in his life that he loves and respects. Okay? People that I love and respect, females that I love and respect. Any woman that's involved in this industry, any woman, period. I'll tell you this. I was watching Wrestle Talk, and Luke Owen, DAD, and Denise Salcedo, they do a show on Fridays. Denise Salcedo was so emotional and so adamant about the things that she saw, and it triggered some things that happened to her. It was so bad. I mean, I'm usually listening to the podcast laughing because they're funny as shit. They're funny, but this had me in tears. As a professional wrestler for almost 30 years, I am ashamed of the shit that took place. I'm ashamed to even say that I'm a professional wrestler of almost 30 years because of shit like that. Teddy Long, Tuco Scorpio, we're talking about how Ric Flair was a racist and stuff like that. All the ribs at JBL and the shit. And the thing that really got me was a few months ago, The Undertaker, the Phenom, the fucking Streak, all that shit. The man that many looked up to, many wrestlers walked in that locker room and looked up to Taker. Taker ran the locker room. He was the locker room leader.
It sure was.
And for him to say, I totally, I hate the fact that these kids these days are backstage playing Xbox and video games and all this other shit. Yep. I miss the days when men were men. Oh, when they were fucking raping people and leaving them in the hallway?
Bro, like, I don't know where Rob Van Dam is working right now. It must not be from somewhere where he can get canceled. But when he said, hey, like when the ladies were around, you put an H-bomb in there and the guys would just take advantage of them. It just kind of happened. What?
That's what I'm saying.
Like what?
And it seemed like it was a fucking joke to them. That's why I'm saying, like, trust me, ladies and gentlemen, you watch this show on Wednesday night, it's gonna fucking go down. There are gonna be so many things, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I've sent a tweet, or a direct message to the producers from Dark Side of the Ring. Hopefully we can get them on, because you know what? This has made me so fucking sick to my stomach.
Are we just going to skip over Marty Jannetty?
Well, we don't want to talk about Marty Jannetty. I can tell you some shit about Marty Jannetty that'll smack you in the face.
Nah, I'd rather not.
Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, We're gonna go to a quick commercial break. We're gonna let Chemical Julian get himself ready because
And then we're
Julian
gonna have
is
a raw
gonna do a
review
real
because I mean
review.
that's what we're here for, right?
That's right. And just for my boy Adam, according to Woods, who's watching right now, Adam, this commercial, my friend, is for you.
Drive me insane! All these rules are lame, have been taking all the fun out! Drive me insane! All these rules are lame, have been taking all the fun out! Drive me insane! All these rules...
When you want to get your hair cut, you go get your hair cut right. You head down to Big D's Barbershop. Big D's Barbershop, Vancouver, Washington's best and brightest. 1019 Main Street, Vancouver, Washington, where you can go get your hair lined up, cuts, fades, shampoos, conditions, and all the great things that go with supporting a local barbershop in a local business area. You can also reach them online at www.bigdsbarbershop.com. Go get your haircut right.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Great futures do start the Boys and Girls Club, and I'm pretty sure Adam Woods was popping hard for that commercial. So, Adam, I know you're watching right now, so thank you very much for putting it out there. The Undertaker worked a shit style and did shit promos with her.
Rest in peace.
Undertaker is getting called out by Rene Dupree. Awesome, but let's let JBL and HK. Oh, yeah, we'll talk about that too. We will definitely.
Yeah.
Adam popping for the 503 Originals. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to pop for the 503 Originals, it is very simple, very easy. And you know what? I really approve of you guys to do that. Simple. Just go ahead and hit us up. www.503originals.com. You can buy shirts, hats, beanies, tank tops, t-shirts, all that great stuff. Represent the 503, 503originals.com.
Are we ready?
Yes, we are ready for the Raw review. Let's get into it.
Oh, man, let's get into a quick shout out to the Maharaja of MMA, the philosopher of fisticuffs, the captain of combat sports, Dr. Adam Woods, on According to Woods on YouTube and Facebook and every place else you can find him. He is probably one of the greatest opponents of someone who appeared in two of our main matches on Raw tonight, and that would be your tribal chief,
Adam will not acknowledge him.
Roman Reigns.
Adam will not acknowledge him.
He will not acknowledge.
He will not acknowledge Roman Reigns as the tribal chief.
So to steal his tagline, check this out, party people. We saw the Bloodline versus the New Day advertised on for Monday Night Raw.
Mm-hmm.
As we discussed earlier this afternoon, I thought they were going to be wrapping up hour 3 of Raw. That was not the case. They came out in the first hour of hour 1 of Monday Night Raw, which means what? Shenanigans. So
shenanigans.
we had the Bloodline. We had the Bloodline versus the New Day. Nice little back and forth. We had Roman Reigns punishing the shit out of Kofi Kingston. Goddamn, Kofi. I don't know who you pissed off backstage, but man, you are the rag doll of the day.
Oh my God.
Somebody needs to get beat up. And that did not disappoint. And that was the fare of the day today also. But what happens, man? My man, the almighty Bobby Lashley comes out for a little bit of payback. He doesn't want to see the New Day celebrating. He doesn't want to see Big E out there, and he attacks everybody. He attacks the New Day. He attacks Roman Reigns. He attacks the Usos. He just comes out there spearing everybody, smacking them against the ring post, knocking them out, which ends up leading to Roman Reigns hitting the spear on Xavier Woods.
I guess what that leads up to is
actual match.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans. But what happens? You know, they go and complain to the two GMs. Big E complains. Bobby Lashley's back there talking his shit. Roman Reigns complains. And so what we end up with here, player, is a triple threat match for the end of the night with Roman Reigns versus Big E versus the almighty Bobby Lashley in a triple threat match.
Okay, so let me stop you right there.
To close out hour 3.
Let me stop you right there. Here's the thing. WWE, they know. Well, I shouldn't say WWE. Whoever is booking the Monday nights right now, they know we are getting our asses handed to us. We are literally the bitch of sports entertainment right now. We need help. You got Monday Night Football over here.
That's right.
You got AEW fucking smashing records over here.
That's right.
You got that horrible show NXT over here. I don't even want to talk about that shit. We're naming wrestlers stupid names.
Are we going to talk about that here?
Oh, no, not yet.
But are we going to talk
so
about
much
it tonight?
You know, there's only so much shenanigans that can happen on this show at one time. So
we're not talking about the Creed brothers?
Oh, at least the Creed brothers have decent names.
I don't
Braun
know. How
Breaker.
about,
That's all I gotta say. Braun Breaker.
How about Emerald Fury and Goose shit? Because both the motherfuckers was green.
That's okay. That's fine. They could be greener than goose shit, but their names aren't Braun Breaker. And what's the German guy's name? What's the German guy's name? Wayne Bloom's son?
Von
Wagner.
Von Wagner.
Von Wagner. What in the actual two fucks?
You know what the funny thing is? Steiner's kid, the only thing he was missing was the fucking earmuffs.
He is legit. Look, commentary. Look, I didn't want to talk about this today. I didn't want to talk about this today, but I'm going to go ahead and just fucking say it right now. Commentators on the mic, on the stick. He's like a dog-faced gremlin. Just name him fucking. His name is. Look, his last name is Rick Steiner.
That was this.
That was Haste. It was
that was
Rick.
this
It's fuck you, buddy. That's what that was. Hey, pal. Fuck you, pal. That's what that was.
Yeah.
I don't get it though. Look, even me and Shane don't get along because Shane's kind of a douchebag sometimes. But Rex Steiner, they should have named him that instead of Braun Breaker. What in the two actual fucks? I don't get it. I don't get it.
At least they didn't call him the big bad booty nephew.
But they could have called him the big bad booty daughter. I mean, the really nice no ass daughter. I mean, I don't fucking know something, but still, and this is why I keep saying every week that Vince McMahon thinks that you, the fans, the people watching these shows, the people paying their money to go to these events, are stupid.
Next week, he's going to come out with his manager, Petey Williams.
And his name's going to be Steiner Rex. Watch.
And Petey Williams is going to have on the chainmail. He's going to have on the dyed beard, the goatee.
Oh my God.
And they're going to be like, I don't know.
This is what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. This is why every week I come on this podcast and I get so fucking upset with the WWE product. This is why I call Raw really awful wrestling. Because it's not wrestling. It's like, okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me paint a picture. Imagine you are a world famous art critic. Right? No. Let me go even further for some of the older people watching this show. Imagine that Julian and I are Siskel and Ebert, and we're sitting in our little fucking movie theater, and we're watching the WWE. And instead of us watching the WWE, we think we're watching this grand spectacle, like Avengers level movie, right? We're watching a third grade fucking talent show. And Vince wants us to think that it's like Vince is trying to push down our throat that we're watching the Avengers. Vince thinks we're stupid.
Shitted on the Avengers.
I'm just saying, Vince thinks that we are stupid. This is like, look. I'm just gonna lay it out like this: AEW is Zack Snyder's Snyder cut of the Justice League movie. WWE is that other fucking dude's version. Apples and oranges. But I'm not here to bash. I'm not here to bash WWE because Vince does that every week. Raw does it every week, and you fans watch that really awful wrestling, and you guys are getting bashed too. And I don't like that. I'm here to defend my people. I'm here to defend you as a fan. I'm here to give you some intellectual stimulation. And so is Mr. Julian.
I love Husky 518's comment. Rex Steiner would have been the perfect name.
Right?
The perfect name.
I like Adam Woods' comment. But I will say this. Adam Woods, you are the Maharaja of MMA. You are the man, the myth, and the legend. You are nothing like Braun Breaker.
We are just coming behind you and like AEW, just picking up the pieces that maybe you messed up, and now we're glorifying it. Trying to make ourselves look better.
Hashtag future endeavored.
We're going to create the Atom Cup.
Man. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is this. Vince thinks that fans are stupid. He treats you guys like you're stupid. He names wrestlers Braun Breaker and fucking Von Wagner.
Where the fuck did Trick Williams come from?
Okay. Wait. There was a disgraced hockey player. Mega racist. Like, the NHL was like, bro, we got to get you the fuck out of here. That bad. And one of these new talents came in with that fucking name. Once again, Vince thinks you guys are stupid. Like, seriously, the people naming these wrestlers, can't you guys just fucking Google these names? Can't you guys, like, seriously, you are in the world's leading company. The top dog. The big banana.
It is a big fuck you.
I'm just saying, man. I don't get it. I don't get it. These fans don't get it. I don't get it. Adam Woods doesn't get it. Anyone that has any beef with the Packers, they don't get it. I just don't understand.
I mean, Carmelo brings in Trick Williams like the same way that I just appeared on this podcast one week. I mean, I'm happy to be here, but I mean,
oh my God.
A lot of people said, who the fuck is this guy?
No, see, here's the thing. We brought you on this podcast. We brought you on this podcast because you bring something special to this. You bring something special to this. Unlike NXT taking Braun Breaker and having him beat a guy in the first match. The guy that's in the fucking main event for the championship, you get him squashed by a rookie. Why does the WWE do this? Why do they do this every fucking week?
And then Van Wagner just gets put in the main event.
Oh, wait. And then
no reason whatsoever. Not Odyssey Jones.
Exactly. The guy, not the guy who won the fucking thing to get. Wait, and here's the thing. AEW, they put emphasis on wrestling. They bring these stars in and they give these guys free reign to just to work and to entertain people, right? Yep. WWE spends 30 minutes. Now remember, 2 weeks ago when we had 9/11, they couldn't give Zelina Vega any time to talk about losing her dad.
5 minutes, something.
They couldn't give her a fucking 30-second slot to talk about her dad who died in 9/11, right? But they spent 30 minutes. 30 minutes. That is 30 fucking minutes, a half an hour, man. On the fact that, oh my God, Mandy Rose's hair is brown. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, Mandy Rose's hair is brown. Mandy Rose's hair is brown. Who fucking cares? And then some guy said, I'm not gonna say the commentator's name, but he said, "Wow, who knew she had talent?" Wow, wow, one of the most talented individuals, like a Miss Fitness USA. Like she is a professional,
Yeah,
she's
she
an
was.
all around athlete, and you say some shit like that.
They really should have named Von Wagner Cro Magnon. That would have been a much better name.
I don't know, man. I just don't get it. I just don't get it.
Are you sure that wasn't Luchasaurus without the mask on?
No, they screwed Luchasaurus years ago when he was in
Okay,
NXT.
just making sure he's not pulling 2 paychecks.
Exactly. Well, I mean, hey, you never know. I mean, shit, money's money. Vince thinks
Money
we're all stupid
is
anyway.
money. You got that right.
So anyway,
So, hey, back to Monday Night Raw.
Back to Monday Night Raw.
So
Mayhem goes crazy
we had the tribal chief, the head of the table. He pins Xavier Woods.
and
The following match was a squash match. It was Dewdrop versus Evolution, Eva Marie.
Okay. Look,
Hopefully they're wrapping this up. I mean,
this is
hopefully
the third week in a row we had to suffer through Evolution.
but hopefully it's wrapping up. I mean, I don't think there's anything planned for Extreme Rules, so hopefully it's
Probably.
just kind of,
You know,
coming
speaking of Extreme Rules, that's coming up this week, isn't it?
yes, the 26th.
Are there any extreme matches on Extreme Rules?
You're making way too much sense right now.
I mean, that's like saying we're gonna have a steel cage match with no cage.
That is correct.
We're gonna book a World Tag Team title, a WWE World Tag Team title match, and not have it because that's the way the WWE runs.
We're gonna have Halloween Havoc with no.
We're gonna have Halloween Havoc in January. So we're gonna have SummerSlam in December.
Yeah.
I just don't get it.
Yeah.
We're gonna go back to the Friday show. Anyway, going back to Monday Night Raw.
So the next match on Raw was actually pretty decent. We had AJ Styles versus the Viper Randy Orton with his sidekick, the Bro, Riddle, and it was actually a decent match. You know, a little bit of back and forth. You had Omos getting kicked out the match and getting sent to the back for interference after he slapped Riddle around for a little bit. And you ended up with Randy Orton hitting the RKO and pinning AJ Styles in the middle of the ring. We may be seeing AJ Styles in AEW sometime soon. You never know.
You know, we all know that once AJ Styles beats you, it's game over. But when Randy Orton beats you, you go somewhere else.
Yeah, he is the future Endeavor killer.
That's right, the future Endeavor killer, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're going to call Randy Orton from now on, Mr. Future Endeavor.
When he pins you, you also get your final paycheck and your walking papers.
So apparently they did announce an Extreme Rules match tonight. Totally didn't think about that. But anyway, Eva Marie versus Dewdrop. Wow. That right there is a classic. Piper Niven is awesome.
A classic what?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to say that because I'm going to get demonetized, but Piper Niven is an amazing athlete. The fact that they brought her in and then they saddled her with Eva Marie, who couldn't wrestle her way out of a paper bag.
She is slumming, and I really hope she gets to wrestle some good talent sometime soon. Speaking of, that was a very bad transition. I was going to say, speaking of good talent, but the next match that we had after AJ Styles and Randy Orton was Nia Jax versus Shayna Baszler.
Now we've been waiting for this breakup for almost a year now.
So you know what my gripe has been for the past 6 weeks about Shayna Baszler. The Shayna Baszlers that we got during the tag team women's tag team championship matches is not the Shayna Baszler that we've had for the past 6 to 8 weeks in singles wrestling. She's not been that monster. She's not been the submission magician. She's not been that beast that's in there killing people. Well, she killed the fuck out of Nia Jax tonight.
Remember when she killed everybody in that fucking elimination chamber match?
Oh, yeah.
She just walked in there and just smashed everyone.
You remember when she
was like, you can have one. You can have one. She was like Oprah.
You get ass whipping. You get ass whipping.
Right. She's passing that
Everybody
around
get
like it
ass
was the thing to do. Man.
So she chokes out Nia Jax, and then, ladies and gentlemen, she drags Nia Jax out the ring and sticks her arm inside the little handhold inside the handhold for the metal steps, and stomps the shit out of it. She stomps on her hand in her hole. I tried to make that work. It didn't work out the way I wanted it to. But her hand was in a hole, and she stomped on it, and she like busted her wrist, and Nia Jax was screaming, and Shayna Baszler was kind of like, I feel kind of bad, but do I? I don't know if I do, but that was my friend and my partner. I don't know if I feel bad, but she's laying around here, rolling around, screaming, so maybe I do feel bad. Anyway, Nia Jax may be off TV for a few weeks due to a broken wrist. Maybe she's, I don't know, doing Charmin commercials or something. I don't know. She may have something else planned, but she could be off the TV for a while. We'll find out soon enough.
Well, let me stop you right there. Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news here on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. Ric Flair releases a statement on allegations from the Dark Side of the Ring documentary.
He sure does.
Oh my God.
You know what he said?
Ric Flair has issued a statement. Now look, let's hope Ric Flair's statement is a lot better. Let's hope his statement is a lot better than his buddy.
Tommy Dreamer?
Because Tommy Dreamer totally needed somebody to fucking write his statements. Okay, so let's see. Just days ago, Vice TV aired the latest episode of docuseries Dark Side of the Ring. This episode focused on the infamous plane ride from hell. A WWE charter trip overseas back home, and it just fucking went crazy. One of the most serious allegations of that trip involved a flight attendant saying Ric Flair exposed himself and forced her to touch him. Now, Tommy Dreamer said, that's just Nature Boy being Nature Boy. It's okay. Ric Flair can do that. The Undertaker says that's back when men were being men. No, it's not. So Flair has long denied any wrongdoing.
Tommy Dreamer said that the hammer was swinging.
Oh my God! Look. Apparently, Ric Flair says this. He says he's denied serious allegations. Apparently, he's just basically wishes everyone in his life once again. He's gonna be like, look, man, I'm denying it. I didn't do anything wrong. So basically, what he said was this: every person that's ever worked with him in the posting response has never ever ranted about behaviors before. In other words, saying he's never had any bad behaviors. Are you fucking kidding me? Go look at Ric Flair's Twitter. I don't even want to read it. It's that fucking sick.
Hold on. I've got a copy of the official Rick right here. Let me read it to you. Nobody has ever rode Space Mountain without buying a ticket first.
Wow. No one's ever H-bombed Space Mountain either. No one's ever H-bombed Space Mountain either, but that's neither here nor there. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, tune in Wednesday night. We're going to go ahead and lay it all out. I had to say something because I saw this pop up and I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Anyway, going back to Monday Night Raw. Let's go back and let's finish this up with Raw.
Hey, so guess what? We've got the challengers for the Women's Tag Team Championship. Nikki ASH.
Nikki, almost a superhero. Nikki ASH, almost a superhero.
Don't say that.
Well, I mean, you gotta say it right, or Vince McMahon is gonna get us demonetized.
But it just sounds so stupid.
Look, ladies and gentlemen, it's Vince McMahon's idea to call her Nikki, almost a superhero. Wait, no, I'm sorry, almost a superhero. Nikki ASH, almost a superhero. See how fucking stupid that sounds.
Or as they called it last week, Nikki AHS by mistake. So Nikki ASH, or if she was black, they call Nikki Ashy, like Bobby Ashley.
Bobby Ashley.
Yeah. So Nikki ASH and Rhea Ripley come out and they do a big tribute to Connor's Cure. And they say, hey, put your arms together in a V for victory. and we dedicate this women's tag team championship match to Connor's Cure, which means what? They're going to win. Unless you're just like a total dick and have them lose. So, I mean, they're not going to do that on their own campaign. So, of course, Nikki ASH and Rhea Ripley are your new tag team champions, beating Natty and Tamina. Wow, a lot of crickets I hear there up in the Northeast.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just say this. Oh, boy. WWE. Ladies and gentlemen, the WWE thinks you're stupid. They came up with I'm sorry. That's the only way I can think about it. They came up with this idea to do this thing called a championship contenders match. Right? What they do is they have the champions just wrestle people, and if the people beat the champions, they get a title shot. Well, Natalya and Tamina have been the tag team champions since WrestleMania.
Correct.
They have lost every fucking tag team match they've ever been in. Yep. They won the titles and they've lost every fucking match. Now, here's the problem that I have with this. There's another tag team, Tegan Knox and Shotzi Blackheart, who beat them 4 times. And then you get Nikki, almost a superhero, Nikki Ash, almost a superhero. And then you get Rhea Ripley, who just lost the championship to Nikki, almost a superhero, Nikki Ash, almost a superhero. See how stupid that sounds? She lost her championship to her, and then Nikki lost it, and then whatever. The point I'm trying to make is the WWE forgot who the contenders for the championships were. They literally forgot. So they put together 2 random people and said, we're putting the tag team belts on you guys. And the fans are like, what about this guy? What about these 2 chicks who won matches? Who?
No, they weren't. Because more than 1 week, more than 2 weeks has passed. The general viewing audience is not keeping track of this shit. Some people are, a few people are, but for the most part, not really. I mean, you got WWE has their universe is so fictionalized that if you want to talk about living in the Matrix, you are living in their Matrix. It doesn't matter what happened last week. They could bring out Ice Train and be like, Big E just beat Ice Train for the heavyweight championship last week. And some people be like, wait, huh? What? Ice Train? And then some people be like, fuck it, it's Ice Train.
The fact that you brought up Ice Train just popped me so hard right now. Ice Train. Next thing you're gonna say is the fucking Shockmaster. Or
he's in phenomenal shape, by the way. He looks great.
I know, he's one of my friends. Shout out to my boy Shockmaster, Fred Ottman. Anyway, I don't know, man. I get so it's disheartening to watch this.
You're in the Matrix. You're drinking the Kool-Aid, man.
I don't even like Kool-Aid. I don't like Kool-Aid. I don't want to use a payphone. I don't want to be in the Matrix.
You just whatever their picture they're painting, whatever they're you got to remember. God damn it. The Miz went into WrestleMania as champion, beat Cena. Doesn't matter how he beat him, he still beat him, and left Mania as champion. That should make The Miz one of the greatest WWE champions of all time. But they never recognized that. But it still happened.
True.
But it still happened. Miz, one of the greatest Intercontinental champions of all time. Why? Not because of how many times he held it, not because of the matches he wrestled.
Made it matter.
Because he made it matter. And because he was such a fucking heel. And the amount of heat that this dude got when he held the title, how people showed up, asses in seats, hopefully to see him lose. That is why the Honky Tonk Man keeps calling himself the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. Because
We don't
people
talk about
wanted to
Honky Tonk
see
Man
him
on this
lose.
podcast.
And when the Ultimate Warrior finally beat him, the crowd popped. Not because it was the Ultimate Warrior, yeah, maybe 50-50, but because the Honky Tonk Man lost. So, I mean, all that to say, you know, which tag team beat Tamina and Natty? I mean, Natty is forever going to be this apologetic Hart family face dynasty excuse that's in the WWE. That's going to tie her to Brett. That's going to tie her to Owen. Sorry, Adam. That's going to tie her to Jim the Anvil. That's going to tie her to just this great legacy. And she is going to ride that gravy train with biscuit wheels until all the gravy falls off. But at the end of the day, what is she? I'm not going to say what has she done, but I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, yeah.
This is very disheartening and disappointing. For me as a wrestler, you know what, screw it. For me as a fan, to watch this show, I literally feel 3 hours
Correct.
of my life I can never get back. Like, it's that bad.
So here's the thing. So as you and I have discussed, as you and Adam have discussed, as the three of us have discussed, NWA Power, 1 hour, great show. Rampage, 1 hour, great show. Dynamite, 2 hours, great show. SmackDown, 2 hours, great show. We don't need 3 hours of Raw. Raw does not have enough of a roster to sustain 3 hours.
Well, let me tell you this.
It's a bunch of flashbacks.
I'm gonna tell you what's crazy about that.
It's a bunch of last episode or last hour we saw blah blah blah.
That's
last
about to
week
stop.
on Monday Night Raw.
All of that's about to stop.
Hey, dude. Hey, for all you fans out there, listen to me, and you'll understand what I'm saying. For anybody who watched Dragon Ball Z, we all know you didn't need to watch Dragon Ball Z Monday through Wednesday, because Monday through Wednesday was a recap of the shit that happened the week before. You watched Thursday when the fight started and Friday when maybe the fight ended. That's what Raw is. Hour 1 is Monday through Wednesday at Dragon Ball Z, and hour 2 is Thursday, and hour 3 is maybe Friday, and that's if shit comes to a conclusion. It is a recap show. They might as well call the first hour of Raw Superstars, or what is it called now? Live Wire or Heat? What do they call it now?
Shotgun Saturday Night.
Shotgun Monday Night. They might as well call it the Raw pre-show. They don't need 3 hours. They don't have enough roster.
Well, I'm going to tell you something that I heard today. I heard this today. Shout out to my boys. I'm not going to throw them under the bus just yet, but I heard this today. The Monday night, I mean, this whole brand invitational, cross-brand bullshit. You know what you saw on Raw tonight? The end of the cross-brand. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm just going to do this real quick. Let's go to the main event of the match. Who won the match? We're talking Bobby Lashley versus the WWE champion, Big E, and the Universal champion, Roman Reigns. Today is Monday. Wait. Today is Monday. Right?
Yep.
Who won the match? Who was standing victorious holding the belt above two other men? Go ahead.
Oh, it was Roman Reigns.
Okay. Now Roman Reigns is what champion?
He is the SmackDown champion. Heavyweight champion.
What night is SmackDown?
I'm sorry. He's the Universal champion. Sorry.
What night is SmackDown?
Friday.
So what you're telling me is, and let's go retrospective here. Big E is the Raw World Champion.
Now remember, the reason why Roman Reigns won.
Wait. Let's just listen. Hear me out.
Okay.
Big E is the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, representing Monday Night Raw. But according to the brand split, he's officially on SmackDown as a SmackDown wrestler. So you got the SmackDown wrestler on Raw as the world champion.
He's got to go over to Raw.
No, but hear me out. He is still, if you go look at WWE.com, he is listed as a SmackDown wrestler.
Yes, you are.
So you got the SmackDown wrestler as a Raw world champion. You got the SmackDown world champion, whatever, Universal champion, whatever the fuck he calls himself this week, standing tall over the Raw roster. What you got here is the end of the brand split. So now, instead of having 3 hours of Raw, you're going to have 5 hours of Raw. Because you have 3 hours on Monday, and it's going to be 2 hours on fucking Friday. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, you heard that Nick Khan was talking about adding more hours to Raw. Remember that story that came out? Remember they were talking about WWE's going to add more, they're going to add more hours to Raw?
So they're going to change
you
the
go.
name from SmackDown to Raw 2?
Yeah, Raw 2.0. Because you know that 2.0 is the thing right now.
Or more Raw? Rawer?
Raw
dog.
Look, you're about to get 5 hours of Raw. It's about to be over. It is about to be over, ladies and gentlemen. You guys, I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and finish drinking my Crown and Coke because this is one of those nights you got to get drunk to watch Monday Night Raw because you can continue drinking all the way to fucking Friday and it's going to be the same shit. You're going to get on Friday and guess what you're going to have on Friday? You're going to have recap of what happened on Raw. Recap of what happened on Raw. Big E's going to come out as the WWE champion on SmackDown. Finn Balor, another SmackDown guy on Raw. Raw guys are going to be on SmackDown. SmackDown guys are going to be on Raw. There's no, just hope. I mean, Vince thinks you're stupid, ladies and gentlemen, because he wants you to believe that he's split up. It's like the NFL. It's like the NFC and the AFC, right? You don't have AFC players playing on a fucking NFC team. When it's the Pro Bowl, you have the NFC versus the AFC, not intermingling. You don't see you don't see fucking Aaron Rodgers on the Raiders. You see what I'm saying?
But
it's like basketball.
But what if you could? That'd be such good shit.
It would be shit. I'm not saying it'd be good. It would be shit. That's what it would be. It would be the liquid green diarrhea induced shits. But you know what's gonna happen? Guys like Raven Travis Berry are going to be like, oh, well, you know, Vince is a genius and the WWE is great and AEW fucking sucks and blah, blah, blah. You know, remember the premise of you become a champion, you're the top guy, right?
Yeah.
Most champions get Shinsuke Nakamura.
Stop.
No. Stop. Shinsuke Nakamura, one of the greatest fucking wrestlers alive.
King Shinsuke.
Intercontinental Champion Shinsuke.
King Shinsuke. Nakamura.
They had a pay-per-view.
Intercontinental Champion.
SummerSlam. They had a pay-per-view. Did you see the Intercontinental Champion on there?
Apollo Crews. I'm sorry. Who has beaten Apollo Crews?
Yeah. And that's another thing. That's another thing. All of a sudden, this motherfucker has an accent.
And a spear.
Remember Raw Underground? Remember the big guy, Dabba-Kato? Oh, I'm sorry. That's General Aziz. Because Vince thinks you're stupid. Well, if you don't, Dabba-Kato worked for the WWE.
I mean, come on. Were you watching Raw Underground? I wasn't.
Realistically,
I wasn't.
No one was watching Raw. That's why it's gone.
I wasn't.
But honestly, that probably was the more entertaining storyline that WWE had. Like Retribution.
I just happened to recognize Almost as the big man. Simply because I was like, why they call the big black dude a ninja? But anyway, I just happened to recognize.
You mean Omos? The 7-foot tall ninja that was out there at WrestleMania with the fucking squid guy came out of the trash can and yeah. That's the number one company in the world, ladies and gentlemen. That is the WWE. That is the people who put on Monday Night Raw. Raw is really awful wrestling.
You know, we forgot a couple matches on here.
Did we?
Yeah, we had Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus in preparation for the triple threat match at Extreme Rules, which is going to be Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus versus Damian Priest for the U.S. title.
Is it a hardcore match? Is it a ladder match? Is it a tables match? A chain match? Bob Wire on the pole match, Paul
It
Heyman on the
is.
pole match.
It is it's a shillelagh will-o-wisp Puerto Rican
Rockstar.
knife fight. How about that?
So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the pay-per-view is called Extreme Rules. Usually what that means is that something is going to be extreme. You know, back in the day, there was TLC matches. There were chain matches. There were kendo stick on a pole matches. There were barbed wire matches. These are extreme matches, not dewdrop challenges. Evolution one more time. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler re-team up to challenge the new tag team champions. I don't get. I mean, I'm an intelligent person. Julian is a fucking chemist, very intelligent. You fans that watch these podcasts, listen to these podcasts on Spotify, on Google, on iHeartRadio, on Amazon Prime, on all these great places, you guys aren't stupid. So I implore you, if you're going to watch Monday Night Raw, watch it for what it really is.
You mean have a few drinks beforehand?
Have a few drinks beforehand, have a few drinks after, have a few drinks during, because that's the only way you're going to get 3 hours. If you're going to waste 3 hours of your life, at least do it with something you want to do.
Hey, but wait, there's more.
Oh my gosh, there is.
We had a match between Mustafa Ali and Mansoor versus
Mustafa. Remember,
I'm sorry, Mustafa.
He was Mustafa Ali. Then he was just Ali. They took his first name and they gave it back.
Mustafa Ali and Mansoor versus two guys we ain't seen since I don't know when, since pre-pandemic. Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo.
Wait.
Who are related.
They're
Allegedly.
cousins.
Yes.
And they hate each other. One guy was sticking a rose up someone's ass.
Whoa.
Hey, I'm not the one that did it on Raw.
Hey, look. Oh, I know you like to think your shit don't stink, but
apparently it did.
A little bit closer. These roses really smell like poo.
Mm-hmm. They sure did.
Yeah.
But you know, I believe that Carrillo was a face, and Angel Garza was a heel.
Now they're back together. They're on the same page, and
of course,
while they're not selling timeshares, they are some of the just best looking guys in the tag team division.
Mansoor.
Yeah, that's it.
Mansoor is a phenomenal athlete.
Yes.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, you may not remember this, but when Mansoor was in NXT or wherever it was that he was coming from,
yep,
he was on a 99-0 win streak.
He was on fire.
He was the new age Goldberg. I mean, 1996 Goldberg, not I'm wrestling in my gym shorts Goldberg. No, he was. Anyway,
is he hurting people?
I mean, he does know more than 3 wrestling moves. So I take that back. He knows more than 3 wrestling moves. He's better than Goldberg. But anyway, the point I'm making is this: they had him going this incredible win streak, and they talked about it for a long time. Just saying how he's awesome and how he's this and that, and then they totally just abandoned the whole gimmick. Ended up putting in with Ali. They had a really good gimmick going, and then that was it. Like they did the same gimmick they do with everyone else. Oh, how could they coexist? We hate each other. Julian, I hate your guts. I want nothing to do with you. Okay, we're gonna team up next week and we're gonna win the tag team belts. Come on, man, give me a fucking break. Look at this. This right here says it all.
Hey,
I am a WWE shareholder. Look at this. I am a WWE shareholder, but I don't want them to get my view. # principles. You are making money by being a shareholder. and you don't
Correct.
even watch the product. That's fucking bad.
Who is you know what? He might as well invest in Marlboro.
Hmm.
You know, people have to smoke and dying, but hey, kid, keep on vaping. I'm making money.
It's crazy.
Who's the Raw Tag Team Champions right now?
The Usos. Oh no, they're the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. The Raw Tag Team Champions are
RKO.
Rated RK Bro.
Yeah. RK Bro. Sorry, RK Bro.
Bro.
So we've got RK Bro. We've got the Viking
War Machine Experience. Raiders.
We've got Garza and Carrillo. We've got Mustafa Ali and Mansoor. We've got New Day. And we've got AJ and Omos. That's our Raw Tag Team division. So RK Bro can lose the titles to either the New Day or Mustafa and Mansoor, maybe on a fluke miscommunication between Bro and Orton.
Here's my hot
I'm
take.
sorry. Oh shit. We forgot about T-Bar and Mace.
Oh no.
Bad.
Let's not do that. Let's not bring in retribution.
So good.
Here's what I see. Here's what I see happening.
Murder Mace. That'd be great.
I think that the Usos and Roman Reigns are going to have a Survivor Series rematch from tonight's 6-man against Roman Reigns. I mean, against the new Raw Tag Team Champions, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods and Big E. Because see, if I booked the WWE, it would be, like, remember back in the day when Survivor Series were teams of 5 strive to survive.
5.
Remember that? And you had like the Hart Foundation versus like the Dynamic Dudes or some weird shit,
The Hart Foundation and the Black Knight and the Pink Knight.
The $1 million team versus Hogan and Beefcake with the Bushwhackers or some weird shit, that's when feuds were fused and they actually worked to a big match.
Right.
So
shit.
I would book champions versus champions. It don't have to be titles versus titles.
That's not the champions.
I would have no, not champions was all the titles are being defended. That's the BS they pulled. I would have the Raw World Champion versus the SmackDown World Champion, or the Raw World Tag Team Champions and the Raw World Champion versus the SmackDown Universal Champion and the World Tag Team Champions in a match that was brand supremacy. I'd have the Raw Women's Champion in a triple threat versus the NXT Women's Champion versus the SmackDown Women's Champion. I'd have the NXT Tag Team Champions. And you remember when they did that in NXT Clean House?
Yep, sure did.
You know why?
So,
NXT is all about, it was all about wrestling. Now it's all about rainbows and rock stars.
Oh, so that would be, who's the NXT Women's Champion right now?
Raquel Gonzalez.
Okay.
She's beast mode.
So check this out. If you wanted to have 5-on-5, you could have the New Day with their new friends, simply because they're enemies of the Hurt Business, Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander.
Now, wait, before you finish that, there was a rumor and there was some tweets going on. And there was a picture of MVP sitting next to Shelton Benjamin. And the tweet said, talking to an old friend, an old associate about business.
Back in business.
And then following that tweet was a tweet from Cedric Alexander saying, you probably will still be champion if you had some backup. Well, the Hurt Business.
Be even better if they got John Grisham in there.
Oh my God, the octopus himself.
Yes.
He's a life for a Ring of Honor. He's not going to go anywhere.
Correct. But if the Usos were to hire I don't know, Sim Snuka and
If the Usos were to bring up
the new
Sifa
Uso,
Fatu,
the new brother.
they have a brother that's currently right now and just signed with AEW. I mean with the NXT. So I'm just saying
Correct.
they might have him come out as like we all know he's a Fatu. But he might come out as Ricky Steamboat Jr. They might name him fucking Armando Estrada the third or some shit, because they don't know. They don't know.
Umaga Jr.
Oh no, that would still be in the Samoan dynasty. They wouldn't do that.
Ooh.
They would name him like Bob Joe. Or no. They name him Husky John or some shit like that.
Stop.
Richard Head. Or my favorite, they name him Beaver Cleavage.
Rikushi.
Braun Breaker. That's what I gotta say.
Braun
Wagner. Just saying. Anyway, going back to the Raw review.
Yes, back to Raw review. Let's get back on track.
Oh wait, Adam Woods. See if Fatu is going to be he's going to reprise and
make a difference. Hey, who are those shady looking guys hanging out in the back trying to get him to deal drugs?
He's gonna be Yokozuna the second.
Omar coming.
Oh man. Off the rails tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just saying I don't understand the way the booking, I just don't understand the stories, I just don't understand. It's probably best that I don't understand, though. It probably is very best that I do not understand what in the actual hell is going through the minds of people.
If it actually clicked in your head and it made sense,
I would probably drive off a cliff.
You'd be fucked up. You'd be like, oh shit, this makes sense to me now. I can't do this no more.
Yeah, I would just be like, I'm done.
It's a wrap.
Calling for the ride. I'm done. But speaking of being done, next, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, Wednesday night, we're discussing the horrible flight from hell situation. Ric Flair, Tommy Dreamer.
Woo!
Look, Scott Hall, drunk as shit.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, before you watch the show,
water was wet.
And the sky was blue. And he was drunk as fuck. Look, ladies and gentlemen, Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Make sure you're here to watch the Roundtable Purist podcast. We're going to have exciting guests on the show. We're going to talk about this in depth. We're going to talk about everything all the news from all week. Tommy Dreamer losing his job with Impact Wrestling. That's right, Shane. Wednesday night is going to be a very interesting podcast.
And I'm sure he'll have another statement after that.
And after Ric Flair's statement that he just posted on Twitter, Twitter is going to explode, ladies and gentlemen. It's like the Matrix Resurrection. Like, which pill do you want? The red pill or the blue pill? I'm going to take the green one.
Unlike Terry Reynolds, you don't want the pink pill.
Hey, don't sell it.
Don't sell it.
And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, there's your boy Chemical Julian. I am the franchise. Thank you very much for joining us on this wild edition of Monday Night Mayhem, because you never know. Mayhem was crazy on Monday. We get in.
And once again, we have taken 3 hours of your week, 3 hours of Raw, and compressed it into just about an hour. We're at an hour 20. I'll say about 30 to 40 of those minutes were some other stuff.
Yeah.
But, that's 3 hours of
Raw.
the week that you got to save.
We watch Raw so you don't have to. We're here.
So you don't have to.
We're here to save you, ladies and gentlemen. We got a couple cool things happening this week here on the Roundtable Purist podcast. Some exclusive interviews. The new Shine Women's Champion is going to be on here too. I'm just saying. Ashley Grace is going to be on here. She's another exciting young athlete from California. She's been around. She does a lot of good stuff. Yeah. Sorry, man. Sorry. Shane says he watched it sadly. We love you too, Adam Woods. Adam Woods, ladies and gentlemen. You can find him on According to Woods every week on YouTube. It is a kick-ass show. Go like, click, and subscribe on that. Speaking of
Hit
like,
that
click, and
like.
subscribe.
Hit that subscribe.
Yeah, speaking of like, click, subscribe. You know what, Julian? Tell these
What?
amazing people where they can watch us on TV.
They can watch you on Xfinity and CenturyLink and TV Portland in the Oregon area Monday at 10 p.m. on Channel 11 on Xfinity TV and CenturyLink TV. Tuesday at 10 p.m. on Channel 22, Xfinity TV and Channel 8002 on CenturyLink TV. And on Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. on Channel 23 on Xfinity TV and Channel 8003 on CenturyLink TV.
Man, it is everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We're everywhere. You can find us on, if you're listening, you want to listen to this podcast, you can go to Amazon, you can go to Google Podcasts, Apple, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and all the other amazing major podcast platforms. We are everywhere. And tonight, we streamed on 9 different pages. YouTube, Twitch, Facebook groups. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting out there to help you to watch the show, to learn about the show. You two guys are top guys. You guys have to put me over. Adam Woods, we are not putting you over. We are stating the fact. We are stating the truth. The truth in the booth says that Adam Woods, according to Woods, the top MMA podcaster around. Ladies and gentlemen, you want to find out some real cool shit about MMA, just life in general. Tune into According to Woods on YouTube. I'm telling you, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Tinder, all those places. Go look for Adam Woods.
Combat sports at its best. Swipe right, hit subscribe.
Yeah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Swipe right. Give him that super like. That's what they do, right? Super like? Okay. Yeah, give him that super like. I'm kind of old. I don't know this shit.
Oh, yeah.
But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to support this channel, we love the support. We love your support. Go ahead and support. Go to channel support this podcast, https://anchor.fm /the Roundtable podcast /support. We need your help, ladies and gentlemen, to keep this thing going. Because when Adam comes on this fucker, we get demonetized on a weekly basis.
With a quickness.
With the quickness, ladies and gentlemen. You can find us on Twitter at the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. Go like, click, and subscribe on that as well. Join us every week, ladies and gentlemen. And remember, if you want some fly-ass gear, www.503originals.com. You can go ahead and get yourself hats, beanies, beer cozies, all those cool things, man. We are down with the sickness right here on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast for your boy, Chemical Julian, the chemist, the mixologist of professional wrestling, and your boy, the franchise. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another exciting edition of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. Oh, and make money, Danhausen. That's right. With that being said, we're out this piece, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great day. See you on Wednesday.
Peace.